I'm Kayla. I'm a daughter of a Lydia's House graduate. She went into the program when I was about 15 or 16. I was a freshman in high school, and I'm 25 now.
Had your mother raised you up until that point?
No, she dropped me off with my dad when I was 2.5, and that was pretty much it.
So, how would you describe the relationship that you had with your mom?
She was this figure, not necessarily a person. She was just this figure that I had in my life. I knew what she was supposed to be. I knew what to call her, but I didn't actually really understand what a mom was because to me it was just this idea. This I had a name and a face with it, but she wasn't a person for me. There was no relationship.
Kind of like a phantom figure that should be there but it's not there. And so she comes to Lydia's house and she graduates the program. And at what point did you have an opportunity to start building your relationship back?
Um, Fairly quickly after she got out of the program, attempted to move down here. I was here for about 6 months that first time.
And here being Wauchula, Florida, where
Yes.
the ministry is.
Um, so I came down here and it was rough. It was, I didn't know who she was. I knew who she was supposed to be, but I didn't know who she was. It was like living in a house with a complete and total stranger.
Mm-hmm.
And although she had graduated the program, she was starting to slip back into old ways, and it poisoned the whole relationship even more than it already was.
Mm-hmm.
And I very quickly went home back to North Carolina.
Okay. So it's hard to build trust when somebody's not trustworthy, and I'm sure your hopes were high.
I think that was the first time I'd ever gotten really sincerely gotten my hopes up with her. I had been through so many times of her, coming in and out of my life. But that time I was like, this time it's gonna stick. This time, she's gonna be there. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the first time I was really old enough to understand the heartbreak that
Mm-hmm.
it brought.
So, how would you describe the emotions, the feelings of the child of an addict?
um, there's a lot of feeling alone. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of not knowing who you are because all you know is that you're not supposed to be like this person, and it makes it hard to get to know yourself, and it's hard to love yourself because you're so focused on trying to love someone else. Um, there's a lot of heartbreak. There's a lot of losing hope and losing faith. There's a lot of just negative feelings and hard. It's really hard.
So, as you know, Pioneer Village, our ministry farm, is where families come to work through the issues of abandonment, rejection, all those things that are brought on by addiction. And when the mother goes to Lydia's house, the children and the families have an opportunity to come here to the farm, to visit, to do classes, to really put it all on the table and work through the issues. You have given up your Sunday afternoons, the third Sunday of the month for Family Day, to come out here and to mentor the children. Why is that important to you?
Because I didn't have that, and I know the effects that it has when you don't have that support system, when you don't have that help getting through those emotions as a child. I'm 25 years old and just now learning how to deal with my feelings towards my mom,
Hmm.
and long, long, long way off from having put those feelings to rest, and to be able to help keep these children from going through what I went through, it means the world to me.
Do you think you go through a honeymoon phase?
More than once. It's almost like the addiction itself, because you've been without those feelings for so long. You've been without that love for so long that once you get it, you just want it all at once, and you just want it consistently. And the second you lose that honeymoon phase, it's like, okay, well, something's wrong. I need to get back to that honeymoon phase. And you do whatever you can to get back to that honeymoon phase. And you're not actually getting down to the real problems. You're not actually dealing with the real feelings. It's just sugarcoating it.
So it's easier to deny that there's a problem or stuff however you're feeling than it is, because I'm sure in way back there somewhere there's this fear of, I don't want to lose my mom again. And if I tell her how I really feel, or if I tell her the truth about herself, or if I hold her accountable, or if I say, Mom, you need accountability, you need to be in classes, what would her reaction be? I mean, you don't know until you say those things.
There have been instances in the past where I would confront her about something, and like the last time that I tried to live down here, uh, she was smoking the K2 and the weed again, and I just got fed up with it, and I was like, I can't live here. I can't live here around it. So I decided to go home again, and by the time I had got back home, she had called up the family and anyone that would listen, and tried telling them that I was on drugs and just trying to discredit me so that the family wouldn't believe me when I told them that she was using again. And so it's that constant fear of, if I confront my mom, what's she going to do to my life? Who is she going to manipulate to hate me? And who is she going to, go, and what is she going to say? And it's just that constant fear of she has power over me like she did as a child. My whole childhood was focused around those rare moments when I got to see her, and it's just a continuous feeling of she still has power over me.
So here you both are today. You came to Farm Friday laughing, having a good time together. So obviously there's a lot of healing taking place in the relationship. But it doesn't happen overnight, does it, Kayla?
Oh no.
No.
It doesn't.
I'm sorry. No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. That was one of our biggest mistakes. We made that same mistake over and over again for several years, was thinking, you just rip off the Band-Aid and just, it's all better. The Band-Aid is magical fix. And it's not. It's a Band-Aid. It's a small temporary fix. And even now we can go from one day laughing and cutting up, and to a week later it's, I'm angry at you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't handle these feelings, and it's a constant back and forth because those emotions were never properly handled. They were never fixed. I don't know, fixed is a bad word, but there was no real healing between me and her.
Yeah. I'm so proud of both of y'all. I know that it's your mom has done the hard thing, the humbling thing. She's really humbled herself and came back and asked for forgiveness from myself, and I know you and a lot of people. That's not easy to do, because when you're in addiction, you operate out of projection, blame, and denial. So you do try to make it about everybody else. But she really did the hard. And when a person in addiction starts telling on themselves and owning their own bad behavior, something's happening, something's changing. So thank y'all for sharing, and Mandy, you'll be sharing later. But Kayla, I'm just so proud of you and the woman that you've become. And we encourage families to come out here. If you're struggling with addiction, that's what Pioneer Village Ministry Farm is all about. We are located at 770 Alton Carlton Road in Wauchula, Florida. 33873 is our zip code. You can reach us by phone at 863-773-0523. Thank you, and God bless.